Behold, an air and oil-cooled tribute to those California desert racers of the late 60s, early 1970s, the Ducati Scrambler. This striking, lightweight motorcycle with its retro styling and classic paint scheme offers a really nice balance between old school and new. Hanging under that classic trellis frame is a new version of Ducati's air and oil-cooled 800cc fuel-injected V-twin Desmo engine, which cranks out a claimed 75 horsepower and 50 glorious foot-pounds of torque. As far as the ABS-assisted stopping power is concerned, the Scrambler is fitted with a big 330 single disc up front with a radial mount 4-piston Brembo squeezer, while out back, a single 255mm disc is clamped by a single piston floater. In the suspension department, Ducati also delivered on the modern goods. Check out the non-adjustable 41mm inverted fork, while an aluminum banana swing arm directly hammers a cantilevered shock out back. Overall, it's a sweet piece, and it certainly looks the Scrambler part right down to those aggressively cut chunky tires. Also looking the part this week is our guest road tester, Derek Silvera.
So we pulled into the parking lot today. We had the Scrambler, the Thruxton, and we had the Moto Guzzi lined up. This one was your ride. What was your first impression when you saw it?
Well, I was super excited to be riding the Scrambler because I've been doing some research and just found that these things are like an all-around great bike. And I don't know, I just it caught my eye right away because of its styling. Mm-hmm. It's super modern compared to the other bikes that we're riding today. I'm used to riding a 72 Honda, so it's like, I really didn't know what to expect from this bike because it's brand new, but yeah, it handles really well. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about it, really.
Okay, so let's break it down a little bit. You fired up the motor. Is this the first time you've ridden a V-twin?
Yeah, for sure.
What was the riding experience for you, just from an engine standpoint? Did you like the torque? Did you feel any vibration, the power? How did it all work for you?
The engine, well, right off the bat, I felt like, yeah, this thing's got a lot of torque, because as soon as I touched the throttle, I was gone, and it kind of woke me up a little bit, yeah, you know? And I was like, okay, I got to get used to this. And then on the road, it was like every time I switched gears, it was like it still had that torque there. So I don't know, it was a really cool experience.
How did you like the brakes? We got Brembo brakes up front. What did you think?
It was great. Lots of braking power. The front brake was super touchy, so I was using the back mostly, but yeah, no complaints there. This thing could stop on a dime, I think. Mm-hmm.
How about the suspension? I mean, it's got an inverted fork. It's got a pretty beefy shock on the back. Did you like the ride in terms? We were hitting a lot of potholes today, a lot of twisties. What did you think of the suspension?
I thought the suspension was nice. I thought it would be softer than it was because from sitting on it, I felt like it compressed a lot. Mm-hmm. But on the road, it felt a little bit tight. Mm-hmm. It kind of felt like riding a dirt bike or something, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I was a little bit, iffy about the bars being so high at first. Mm-hmm. But I got used to it, and it's really responsive being that wide, and yeah, I felt like I could jump a bunch of school buses on this thing.
Really?
Yeah, it was just it had that feeling about it.
Yeah. Of the 3 bikes we're testing today, this one's definitely got the narrowest saddle. Were you able to get comfortable on the bike in terms of the saddle?
Yeah, that was one thing I was a little bit worried about because I'm 5'6" or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I thought this bike might be a little bit tall for me, but right away I sat on it and immediately felt comfortable and felt like I could ride this thing. So
yeah. Kind of different from the other bikes too today, having this digital gauge and not much of anything else. Mm-hmm. Did it work for you? Did you like the layout of the switch gear, the mirrors, the gauge? Did you like that?
Yeah, I love it. The layout's really nice. It's super modern. Gets rid of everything you don't need. Mm-hmm. I mean, everything's built into that single gauge, like the gas, everything. Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty comfortable with it. I like how the revs are sort of electronic on there, so you can keep track of that. Yeah. Yeah, and it just makes the bike look infinitely cooler. The fit and finish, I think, looks great. I mean, you can see that it's super modern. It's completely different from the other bikes we rode today. Yeah. I haven't seen many bikes like it around, so it looks like an old school bike, but it's got this sort of futuristic styling to it. Mm-hmm. I don't know, it's really unique.
Who's going to ride this bike and what are they going to do with it? Is it just strictly for hauling around in the city?
I think this is probably a great bike for anyone that wants to like haul around in the city, but also, you know, to get away for the weekend, get to places like this out in the country. You know, you could put your girlfriend on the back or some luggage and like go camping with it. I don't know, it's a pretty good all-around bike, I'd say.
So did you have fun? Is this your first time down in Prince Edward County?
Yeah, it is.
So did you have fun? Is this a way to see the countryside?
Yeah, it was great. It was a great time riding all the bikes and testing out all these new bikes. Yeah, I had a blast.
Derek, thank you so much. You did a great job.
Great to meet you. Thanks.
Nice.